Hey everybody, Steve Schirmer here again from the Golf Gambling Podcast, giving you the FOMO Bet of the Week for the 2023 Players Championship. And obviously, there's probably a lot of things that everybody wishes they would want to bet this week. There's so many good players, a lot of very intriguing odds, which is very dangerous to have that at a golf course that has a lot of volatility and where there's car crashes everywhere. But, there's one guy that I've been talking about a little bit this week. We mentioned him again on the betting show last night. John Hausebauer actually kind of spoiled it. He likes him too. And that's Heath Tagala. And, I understand why people are very cautious about him. The one thing about him is he misses really big off the tee sometimes. That driver can be an absolute mess. He can be a complete fire hose. And, the one narrative about Sawgrass, or kind of boilerplate template about what you're kind of looking for at those golf courses, a guy who's accurate, guy who's not going to miss very big. And Sahith Theegala definitely doesn't fit the bill. And he didn't play very well last year. But, there are definitely instances for him where he went to a golf course that had a high degree of penalties, a lot of water, a lot of out of bounds, a lot of places where if you are spraying it off the tee, that can be really devastating to you. And he's done very well. There's a lot of examples over the last year or so where that's happened. So, for example, last fall, he finished second at Sea Island. That actually has a higher rate of penalties incurred at that golf course. There's a lot of marshes around, some of the fairways. Finished second there. I wouldn't consider that a Sahith Theegala golf course, but he finished second there. How about the second in Travelers Championship at TPC River Highlands? Kind of a fake Pete Dye. Most of the Pete Dye is actually under people's houses right now. The entire back nine is built by Bobby Weed, but a lot of similar principles. Bobby Weed learned from Pete Dye, a lot of Pete Dye principles, a lot of similarities between guys who actually do well there and can do well. Sorry, he finished second. He probably could have won the tournament if the ball didn't end up under the lip there. He finished fifth at Muirfield Village. That's a golf course where a lot of people have blown up by, loose drivers. I mean, Bryson DeChambeau, for instance, taking a 10 on that par 5. Bubba Watson's had a lot of ugly performances there too, kind of sprays it. At Valspar, that's a very tight tree-lined Florida overseeded golf course, kind of like we see here at TBC Sawgrass. Can't really rattle around too much in the trees. T7 there. He also had a 13th place finish at TBC Southwind. That's a very difficult not necessarily difficult, but a lot of penalties incurred there. So, I may mention, with Will Zalatoris, winning there. If you can win there, you can probably win at Sawgrass. I think if you do well at Southwind, there's a lot of principles to kind of apply it to TBC Sawgrass. So, just overall, I mean, between that, the fact that he does seem like he can nut up at a golf course where if you are spraying it, you can get in a lot of trouble. It seems like he focuses, off the tee and is a little careful. It's actually a little bit indicative. Data Golf put in an article about where, if there's trouble left, where to see Theegala typically miss. It's usually with a big right miss, but at least he's missing right and away from the trouble. And there's a lot of trouble over on the left at Sawgrass. That's one place you can't miss. So the fact if he does have to bail out, doing it by going right might not be a bad thing for him. So, and, combined with the fact that he's been excellent lately, he's been hitting his irons really good. A lot of really good solid performances. 14th place finish at Bay Hill, 6th at Genesis, 4th at Farmers. The fact he's doing it on really tough big boy golf courses and big boy fields, hitting the ball great, putting well too, really good around the green, especially if the rough is going to be a little thicker this year to drive their green regulation rates down. The fact he's so good around the green, I think that's going to help him. So I really like Sahith Theegala. I'm not going to get there for an outright, but I think what makes this FOMO for me, fear of missing out, is just he is electric when he gets going. You saw it at Phoenix, the crowd get right behind him. You saw it at TBC River Highlands too, a really raucous crowd just trying to will this guy. He's got swagger. When he gets things rolling, he is electric on the golf course. And I just feel like if he is in contention on Sunday, making a lot of birdies, going down the back nine, the crowd is into it. He's getting pumped up. I just want to kind of have that ticket on him, and combined with the fact that I can make a golf course argument for him for why he might be doing well here. I just want to be a part of it. If he does well this week, it'll be a lot of fun. So, you can get a top 40 on him for like plus 110 or plus 120. If you want to be a little more conservative and don't fully trust Sahith Theegala, maybe he will have that blowout round. But I'm actually going to, I put a little bit on 7-1 for a top 10 for him. Again, I don't think he's going to win. But if he does, and I have the 7-1 ticket, that's not too bad. And I have a little piece of him, and I can root him on going down the back nine on Sunday, and hopefully he can pull out a win. So thanks for watching. Make sure you rate, review, and subscribe to the Golf Gambling Podcast. We'll put out content every single week for every PGA Tour event. And with that, good luck with all your bets of the Players Championship this year.